That's the review of this then. It's a rather old whirlpool Aqualine AWM1866, although it says on the back AWM866 without the 1. So it's an 1100 spin brushed motor washing machine that I don't know, it's quite basic actually, in a weird way. It actually is. It comes armed with 9 programs plus 4 additional ones, so there's only 13 programs, which isn't a lot, really. Right, so we have our programs listed on our drawer, and to be honest, it's a bit of a weird one, this, because we just simply have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and whatever, but it doesn't really tell you much. Right, so it says program 1, options, nothing, temperature, 95, load, 5 kilo. 2, nothing, temperature, 95, load, 5 kilo. So programs 1 and 2 look exactly the same, but they're not, because 1 is whites 95 with a pre-wash, and 2 is white cotton 95 without a pre-wash. But it doesn't say it on there, which makes it confusing. Program 3, 500, option, 60 degrees, temperature and load 2.5 kilo. Program 4, 500, 50 degrees, max load 2.5 kilo. 5, no options, 40 degrees, max load 5 kilo. I'm just going to say this, where is Cotton 60? Actually, Cotton 60 is program 3. Colfast Cotton 60 is program 3, you just don't use the options. And it actually has a max load of 5 kilograms. In fact, you could have a Cotton's 50 degree program, if you so wish, by selecting program 4. But if you want to wash white nylon at 60 degrees, you select program 3 and then select the 11 to 500 RPM spin option, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And then adjust the load to no more than half load. Same with program 4. If you want to wash coloured synthetics, you can on program 4, but push the 500 button in and load no more than half load, 2.5 kilograms. Program 5, it says options, no options, temperature, 40 degrees, load, 5 kilograms. So basically, program A is Cotton's rinse and spin, and C is Cotton's spin at 1100 RPM. Right, program 6. It says 500 RPM, temperature 40, max load 2.5 kilograms. Program 7, 500 RPM, 40, 2.5 kilograms. Actually, program 6 and 7, program 6 is delicates with a pre-wash, program 7 is delicates without a pre-wash. Program 8 is for silks at 30 degrees with a max kilogram load of just 1 kilo. And program 9 is the wool program at 40 degrees with a max load of just 1 kilogram. Program B is a slow spin on easy cares, and program D is a slow spin on woolens, but they're actually the same program, pretty much. I'm not kidding, that is exactly what it is. And then it gets even more confusing, the fact that actually the 500 option on these are, I don't know, maybe it's you can use it, but to be honest, the max spin on these is only 500 RPM anyway, so it doesn't actually, I don't know, it's one of them. And this is its downfall already. The program chart is not really that informative, and it's quite... Right, so in the middle we have our option buttons. We have the on-off button with an LED. We have a rinse-off button, which can be used on programs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 7 and 8, but not program 9. And then we have the 1100 to 500, which can actually be used between programs 1 to 5, plus A and C, but to be honest, it's not really available on programs 6, 7, 8, 9 and B and D. So really, that 11 to 500 buttons really only for washing easy care fabrics. Cool. Now, if anyone have noticed, you'll notice the design. It's kind of like this really weird, like, graphite-y, I don't know, kind of colour. It's weird. It's got this fleck in it. And this just makes it unusual, but really nice. So at the bottom there, we've got a kick plate. Behind that is a filter. And this literally is a kick plate. You have to undo those screw tabs so they're horizontal, and then remove the plates, and therefore you can access the filter. Bit of a bizarre one, but it's behind there. And then finally we've got our door. We've got a nice chunky door handle on this, which is quite nice. And then behind we have our service information for some reason on the hinge, which is flicking off slightly. And our nice 5kg drum in there with really big holes, and with this concertina kind of effect door seal, which can only end up being a mold trap after a while if we're not careful keeping it dry. Right, so we have our detergent drawer. So we have our pre-wash for programs 1 and 6. We have our main wash detergent for all programs, which goes in there. And we have our fabric softener compartment on the far left. Now, if you notice, we've got these little prongs in here. And that actually allows you to put in liquid detergent. Now, what's really cool about this is that they never have to be removed, and you don't have to put in like a special kind of thing when using liquid, or actually remove it after once you've used it. No, that's it. You just leave them in. And what's really cool about that as well is the fact you can have liquid in your pre-wash and in the main wash. That's the first I've ever seen on a washing machine. So what you can't quite see is how it actually lifts up at the end, so all the powder just basically goes over like that and washes away, and then obviously the water will kind of sink down. So what we're going to do, we're going to select program 3. Yeah, I'll just leave it out. I'll select extra rinse and on. Right, so what now happens is that the machine will start to heat to a certain point, and then we'll continue washing. This is mostly because we're on a cold fill only system with two colds attached rather than a hot and cold. But here's the kicker, it's already been heating even from the start. Smells good. I wonder how the pillowcase. Where is everything? Two. Don't know the pillowcases. Quite good actually. Right. Cool, well it's all done then. So what I'm going to give this out of 10 then. Build quality is excellent. It uses a plastic outer tub because this is still a Philips based washing machine. It's sort of one towards the last ones to be made. Downsides though is the programming guide. Not necessarily the program itself, more the programming guide. It's just too complicated or just not informative enough, really, personally. Other than that, it's a pretty good machine. The rinse results are excellent, and then to have super rinse as well, it's not really needed as such, but it could be needed if you're washing really bulky stuff like maybe pillows or something, or a coat. So it's good for that. Yeah, so I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. But I actually do quite like it as a machine. Just gets on with the job, really. Cool. Thanks for watching, and I'll hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.